it's Kate and welcome to KJ Crafts, and today I'm going to be attempting to make a porcelain corset. Basically, it's not going to be made out of porcelain because clay work, sculpture, it's hard, very difficult to do. Any sort of pottery is incredibly difficult, and porcelain is apparently very difficult to work with and very expensive. So instead, I'm going to be making it out of Worbla, spray paint, and hot glue. Since I've got a little bit of experience with those materials, it should come out better. So let's get started. So to start this off, I need a few things. Firstly, I need a pattern because I need this to fit pretty much perfectly because it's Worbla. I can't just unpick a seam or anything like that. It's pretty much, it has to be pretty damn good on the first try if I want to make it wearable. Because like it's Worbla, you can melt it down and smush it into other stuff. But it needs to be pretty good on the first try, if not perfect. So I'm going to do the tried and true technique of wrapping myself in Glad wrap and tape, drawing a pattern on myself, cutting it out, and then make the rest of the corset with it. This is going to be very hot and very time consuming because it's like almost 40 degrees today, but we're going to get it going and hopefully it works. Let's go. Okay, so I've got all the pieces for the corset cut out, just pattern pieces. So I'm going to transfer these onto some card stock, making sure to add all the notches and stuff where everything will line up, and then cut that out. So hopefully everything works. And then I can move on to cutting it out of Worbla, which I'm very excited for. Okay, let's do that. Everything is cut out. I have 2 of every piece of Worbla and cardstock. So basically what I'm going to go ahead and do now is heat up all of the Worbla so that it becomes nice and flexible because for anyone who doesn't know what Worbla is, it is a thermoplastic, which means that it heats up, becomes super malleable, and when it cools down, it holds its shape. So it's very, very useful for making things like this. So I'm going to heat it up, stick the card, because I made these a bit bigger, stick the card in there so it has a bit more structure, fold the edges down so everything's nice and has a nice clean finish and a nice clean seam, and stick everything together and hope and pray that it works. Hopefully this turns out well because I've committed this. I've committed to this. I cannot go back from this, unfortunately. And Worbla is expensive. Hopefully this all works, and I'm gonna go make this all stick together and have some structure. I'm actually pretty excited about having all this come together and work, so hopefully it does. Okay, let's go. Ta-da! I actually really like the gap in the middle, so I'm not going to fill that in. and I think with just some extra heat, it'll sit nicely because I've laced it up and like I've tried it on and I really like how it fits. Right now, like there's obviously some major smoothing and sanding that probably needs to take place and will take place. But for right now, I'm actually pretty happy with how it looks. It's nice and solid when it's on. It's not like super snatching or anything, but I knew that it wasn't going to be, so I'm pretty okay with just how it is right now. So lots left to do, and hopefully I can get it done soonish. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go do that. Let's go. Really cool. I added a matte top coat because I didn't like how shiny it was mixed with the acrylic shading that I'd done. So it does pick up the light a lot less, which I actually really like. And it fits pretty good. I'm actually really happy with how it fits. I just think it looks pretty damn cool, actually. I'm very excited to finish this up. I have to wait a couple days for my mold to get here that I'm going to use for the filigree. I'm not too worried about all the lumps and bumps that it has because a lot of them are going to get covered up by the filigree that I've gotten, so I'm actually pretty chill with that. It fits pretty well. Like, I don't know, I just think it looks pretty snazzy, actually. I am very excited to have this be finished, but again, like I said, I have to wait a couple days. I am so happy I made the decision to add that shading. It is a lot less noticeable in person than it is on camera, but I think it just looks really neat. Okay, so this is how we are looking. It's still like movable and flexible, and the paint doesn't like crack or anything because I did use Plasti Dip as an underlayer, so it can move and flex and do all that sort of stuff without it actually the paint cracking or anything, which is very, very, very useful for a project that has to move a lot. I learnt my lesson to always use Plasti Dip when I was making Vax's wings. This is how we are looking, and I'm very happy and I'm very excited and I cannot wait to move on to the next step. All right, so they got here. Very, very, very cool. I've got, I think, 5 different individual like sheets, and then each of them have like a bunch of different patterns on them themselves. So I'm very excited to get started on this. I also have a whole bunch of glue sticks, hot glue sticks, which I'm going to basically melt into these, make somewhere between a little and a lot. I have no idea about numbers on this one. And hopefully get them to all fit together. So, yeah, let's get this going. I think it looks so cool. It's not perfect by any means. Like it's a little bit bumpy in a couple of places, but I just think it looks so cool. All right, I'm gonna go style this and put on a crown and look all fancy. And yeah, this is the final result. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm actually really happy with how this turns out. It's not perfect considering it was my first time ever making something like this, but I will probably make another one in the future, just a little bit stylized differently, but I am pretty happy with how this turned out. I am regretting using low temperature hot glue sticks because I'm afraid that they're going to melt if I wear it too long in the Australian sun. But other than that, I'm honestly really happy with this build. I wish I had some other clothes to stylize it with, but my Ren Fair closet isn't as versatile as some other people's, I guess. I know what I'm saying. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please consider liking and subscribing. That would just mean a lot. And I will see everyone in the next build, which should hopefully be Anastasia from her dress from Once Upon a December. That is what I'm going to be making next. So it might be a while before the next video comes out because that is a pretty big undertaking considering it's a ball gown. But we'll see how we go. All right. Hope everyone has a nice, safe day, week, weekend, wherever you are. And yeah, bye.